Today is a glorious day and a beautiful morning. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Carnival Breakfast Show coming to you from Carnival Radio. And this is Newspaper Review. I am Joseph Oyukola. Good morning and welcome once again. Today on Newspaper Review, I came with the different newspapers. As you all know, each of them with interesting stories. I have the Punch. With me, I have the Vanguard, I have the Nation, and I have Daily Post news, a paper. And before we read the news in details, here are the headlines. Oyo APC governorship aspirants petition Tinubu over rigging in reps primaries. Oyo abduction. Outrage spreads after teachers beheading. Tinubu vows rescue. Atiku Kwakwansu Alliance can divide Northern vote in 2027, says stakeholders. Appeal Court directs Rivers government to pay teachers' own salaries for 10 years. And now to the news and details. I read these from the Punch, a news paper where Oyo State APC governorship aspirants petition Tinubu over rigging in reps primaries. 5 governorship aspirants of the All Progressives Congress in their state on Monday called on President Bola Tinubu and the party's National Working Committee to intervene in the crisis trailing the House of Representatives primary elections conducted in the state. The aspirants also demanded free, fair, and credible primaries ahead of the 2027 general elections, warning that alleged imposition and manipulation could hurt the party's electoral chances in the state. The opposition was contained in a communique read during the press briefing held at the Nigerian Union of Journalists Press Center, Yagoku, Ibadan. The aspirants include former Deputy Governor of Oyo State, Rahuf Olaniyan, Musbau Asanike, Akim Agbaje, Ololade Bakari, and Oyedele Alao. Reading the communique on behalf of the group, Alao alleged that the House of Representatives primaries conducted on Saturday, May 16, were made by intimidation, defranchising and party members, arbitrary disqualification of aspirants, and fabrication of results in some constituencies. He further claimed that in part of Ogun, Okeogun, Ibarapa, and Oyo zones, results were allegedly announced despite elections not taking place. Also, the group stated that party members across several constituencies had expressed dissatisfaction over what it described as the sidelining of loyal members and the position of candidates. For more details, please visit the Punch newspaper. Oyo APC governorship aspirant petition Tinubu over rigging in reps primaries. Another story from the Vanguard newspaper. Oyo abduction. Outrage spreads over teachers beheading. Tinubu vows rescue. Condemnations have continued to trail Friday's bandit attack on 3 schools in Oriri local government area of Oyo State, where about 30 students and teachers were kidnapped, while 2 persons were killed. The attack, which occurred on May 16, saw armed bandits storm the community and abduct staff, students, and pupils from 3 schools: Community Grammar School, Baptist Nursery and Primary School, and LA Primary School. Reactions to the incident particularly grew from condemnation to outrage, as a viral video on Monday showed one of the teachers had State been beheaded by the abductors. The victims was later identified as Michael Yedokun, a mathematics teacher. Amid the rage expressed by Nigerians over the incident were calls for government at the state and federal levels to embark on swift measures to secure the release of the abducted teachers and students. Giving more details on the incident, Governor Seyi Makinde on Monday confirmed that 7 students were abducted from community secondary school, while 18 children and 7 teachers were kidnapped from First Baptist Primary and Nursery School, adding that 1 person was killed during the attack. Giving an update on the abduction, Makinde declared that the state government, while making moves to secure the victims, said the state was also willing to listen to the grievances of abductors if such dialogue would aid the swift and safe return of the victims. The governor disclosed that the Commissioner of Police and other security agencies had been positioned to coordinate information management and rescue operations, while insisting that certain operational details could not yet be made public due to the sensitive nature of the mission. Reacting to the incident, President Bola Tinubu described the act as barbaric. In a statement signed Monday by Special Advisor on Information and Strategy, Bayo Nanuga, the president said he was saddened by the reported death of one of the hostages and extended sympathy to Makinde, the state government, and the families of the victims. For more details, please visit the Vanguard newspaper. Oyo abduction, outrage spreads after teachers beheading. Tinubu vows rescue. Before we proceed on newspaper review this morning, we'll be going on the commercial break. Please stay tuned. We'll be right back.
All the hits, one station.
You're listening to Carnival Radio. Atlanta One International Auto Brokers. We specialized in acquisition, buying and selling of luxurious and high-end cars such as Mercedes-Benz, Lexus, BMW, Infiniti, Toyota, Honda, Acura, Ford, Chevy, GMC, Audi, Mazda, and a host of other exotic rides. We also deal on the shipping of your car to any destination of your choice in Nigeria without any stress. Check us out to find more details on our hassle-free car buying, and you will be glad you did. Atlanta One International Auto Brokers, Atlanta, Georgia, USA. Email atloneinternational@gmail.com. Send us your request on our email address, your contact number, and other necessary information, and our sales director will get in touch with you within 24 to 48 hours. Your request was received. Atlanta One International Auto Brokers. We make car buying also free and ownership simple as ABC.
Atlanta One International Auto Brokers gbajúgbajà ní wá níbi káràkátà ọkọ̀ bọ̀gìnì bíi Mercedes-Benz, Lexus, BMW, Infiniti, Toyota, Honda, Acura, Ford, Chevy, GMC, Audi, Mazda àti onírúurú ọkọ̀ olówó ńlá tẹ́ ẹ bá fẹ́. A tún lè bá yín gbé ọkọ̀ yín dé gbogbo ibi tẹ́ ẹ bá fẹ́ lórílẹ̀‐èdè Nàìjíríà láìsí wàhálà. Ẹ kàn sí wa fún ẹ̀kúnrẹ́rẹ́ àlàyé. Atlanta One International Auto Brokers, Atlanta, Georgia, USA. Ìtàkùn ayélujára ATLONE international@gmail.com. Ẹ fi èyíkéyìí ohun tẹ́ ẹ fẹ́ rà sọ́wọ́ sí wa lórí ìtàkùn ayélujára bí àpẹẹrẹ ẹ̀rọ ìbánisọ̀rọ̀ yín, àlàyé lẹ́kùnrẹ́rẹ́ nípa ara yín àti ohun tẹ́ ẹ fẹ́ rà. Àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ wa ó kàn sí yín láàrin wákàtí 24 sí wákàtí 48 tá a bá ti gba ìbéèrè yín. Atlanta One International Auto Brokers. A mú ọkọ̀ rírà àti níní ọkọ̀ rọrùn pẹ̀sẹ̀ fún yín.
The number one hit music station.
For complete news, reasonable sports report, cool and good music, fantastic programs, politics, religion, culture, and lots more. Keep listening to Carnival Radio. Carnival Radio, enjoyment unlimited.
Welcome back. We're back from the commercial break, and now we'll proceed on the newspaper review and a read from the Daily Post News. A paper is where stakeholders of the ADC says Atiku Kwakwansu Alliance could divide Northern vote in 2027. Voters and supporters across northern Nigeria are expressing mixed views over how the region may vote in the 2027 presidential election if former Vice President Atiku Abubakar and former Kano Governor Rabiu Musa Kwakwansu remain in different political platforms. The debate comes amid growing discussions surrounding the possible alliance involving Peter Obi and Kwakwansu on one side, while Atiku is expected to pursue his presidential ambitions separately with a yet-to-be-identified running mate. Commenting on the emerging political permutations, Hadan Makuta Tudanwada, an ADC chieftain, told the newsmen that Northern voters may be divided because of the different alliances and political interests ahead of the election. According to him, Kwakwansu's political influence remains the strongest in Kano State, unlike Atiku, who support base stretches across several northern states. He added that some northern voters are comfortable with Obi's involvement because of perceptions surrounding the 2023 election campaign. Wada further argued that many northerners are against the ruling All Progressives Congress (APC) and may prefer to support a northern candidate in the next election. On the other hand, Kano Obedient Coordinator Barrister Ibrahim Muhammad believes the northern vote may split differently from what's happened in the 2023 election because of the proposed alliances. He further explained that the voting pattern could depend on factors such as regional strength, the choice of running mate, and which candidate voters believe has the best chance of defeating President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in 2027. Mohammed also pointed to the wider coalition being discussed among opposition figures and parties. For more details, please visit the Post newspaper. Atiku Kwakwansu Alliance could divide Northern vote in 2027, says stakeholders. On to the last news on newspaper review. This morning, Appeal Court directed Rivers government to pay teachers' owned salaries for 10 years. The Court of Appeal sitting in Port Harcourt has delivered a landmark judgment in favor of teachers of Demonstration Secondary School, Ignatius Ajuru University of Education, ordering the Rivers State government to pay all outstanding salaries owed to the affected staff from February 2016 until the judgment is fully complied with. The three-member panel of justices also upheld an earlier decision of the National Industrial Court delivered in 2018, which declared that stoppage of the teachers' salaries unlawful. The dispute began in 2016 after the then governor of Rivers State, Nyesom Wike, announced that salaries of the affected staff should be discontinued. Following the directive, management of Ignatius Ajuru University of Education stopped the payment of salaries to about 97 teachers attached to Demonstration Secondary School. Despite repeated appeals by the affected workers, the management declared to reverse the decision, forcing the teachers to approach the courts for redress. The National Industrial Court had, in 2018, ruled that the stoppage of salaries was unlawful and affirmed that the affected teachers remained employees of the institution However, the court declined to order immediate payment of the outstanding salaries, citing differences in salary structures and allowances among the claimants, which it had amounted to special damages. Dissatisfied with part of the judgment, the Rivers State government appealed to the decision at the Court of Appeal in 2018. The affected teachers also filed a cross appeal challenging the refusal of the lower court to compel payment of their accumulated salaries. Counsel to the affected teachers, Emeka Dite Ojoko, who spoke with the newsmen after the judgment, explained that the appeal court, after hearing the appeal, dismissed the case filed by the state government and upheld the cross appeal filed by the teachers. The appellate court consequently ordered the Rivers State government and the management of Ignatius Ajuru University of Education to pay all outstanding salaries owed to the affected staff from February 2016 until full compliance with the government and the judgment. Ojoko described the ruling as a major victory for the teachers. For more details, please visit the Post newspaper. Appeal court directs Rivers government to pay teachers' own salaries for 10 years. To bring newspaper review to a close this morning, here is a recap of headlines. Oyo APC governorship aspirant petition Tinubu over rigging in reps primaries. Oyo abduction. Outrage spreads after teachers beheading. Tinubu vows rescue. Appeal court directs Rivers government to pay teachers' own salaries for 10 years. Atiku Kwakwanso Alliance could divide northern vote in 2027, says stakeholders. And with that, we've come to the end of the newspaper review. Thank you very much for listening. You can download Carnival Media app from Google Play Store and App iOS. You can also check out our website at www.carnivalmedia.ng. My name remains Joseph Oyukola. Good morning and please do well to enjoy the rest of your day.